In the Exodus, before we got in our land, we came to the Bad River, which is the Jordan River, right? This river was flooded because it was the harvest time, which was spring in this case, all right? So the Bad River, this river floods every spring, just like what scripture says, all right? And you see how big it is right now. Let's look at satellite view. It's a very big river and it floods easily. So when we crossed this river, we got to something called Gilgal, all right? And Gilgal was, the specific area in Gilgal we got to was something called the Hill of the Foreskins, all right? This was the area that our young people were circumcised. The Hill of the Foreskins. They went onto the hill and circumcised the younger generation, all right? So after that, they then went into the plain of Jordan, which would be north, and they celebrated the Passover, all right? You see, this is a plain, it's a very flat area. It's right west of the Jordan River, all right? So to go back down to Gilgal, Gilgal will be this entire area. Gilgal is the eastern part of Yarichu. Yarichu comes from the Hebrew word Yarek. Yarek means moon. As you can see, this area right here is shaped like a crescent moon. This is shaped like a crescent moon. Once you look right here, it's shaped like a crescent moon. I can show you some remains of ancient wall structures all in this area, right? Because Jericho was known for its great walls. Here's one right here. Ancient walls. This is indeed the remains of Jericho. It fits biblical description. Has this crescent-like border around it. Has a hill on the east of it, just like scripture says. Also, it's right by the Jordan, right where they would have crossed. All right. So, the Jericho in the Middle East, let me show you. Jericho in the Middle East does not have a specific hill to the east of it, all right? Does not have a specific hill to the east of it at all. And it has nothing to do with the moon. You can't see any obvious, moon-like objects around here. So, that's obvious in itself that this ain't the real Jericho, all right? Yarichu, the real city of Yarichu, is indeed in Utah. Let me show you the exact area in Utah where this is. Right here, we got the Salt Sea. We got the Bear River, aka the Jordan River. We got the Ogden Bay. Right here where the Bear River, or aka the Yarden River, meets the Salt Sea, and then we have northwest of it, and we see Yareh, and we see Yarichu. See the crescent moon. Yarek means moon in Hebrew, right? And then we see these wall structures, the walls of Jericho. They came crumbling down, but one of the kings of Judah rebuilt it. All right, and we still see the remains to this day, and I'm going to show you that. We went to an area called Gilgal, all right? Gilgal. In Yahushua chapter 4, verse 19, we see that Gilgal is the eastern border of the city of Jericho, which is right here, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. What you're looking at right here is a topographic map of a mountain in northern Utah, right northeast of the Salt Sea, All right, so you're just looking at the peaks of mountains here. But look, let me show you this. This hill, this area in Gilgal specifically was called the Hill of Foreskins. We see a hill right here and a hill right here. Which hill it is specifically is out of these two. Now, from Gilgal, we celebrate the Passover in the plain of Jericho. That's Yahushua 5 and 10, north of the area. Now, let me tell you something. In the Middle East, the whole area is a plain. All right, so why would there specifically have an area called the plain of Jericho? You know what I'm saying? So, after this, we went into battle. Not technically a battle, because y'all literally fought for us, walking around the city 7 times, and on the 7th day 7 more times in one day. And then all the people screaming and the priests blowing trumpets, and the walls came crumbling down. Then later a king of Judah rebuilt the wall. We see wall-like structures in these areas. Everywhere we have red streaks, I have found red wall-like structures. They're parallel. I have not been able to find any right around this area, but I have seen some on the slopes of these 2 mountains. So the city must have been fortified by 2 mountains to protect it. But these 2 have been crumbled completely down. Now, what's very interesting about this city named Yarichu, all right, Yarichu, is that it literally has a mountain on the eastern border that's shaped like a crescent moon, and Yaruk in Hebrew means moon. So I found that interesting, and it makes perfect sense. You know, in the Middle East we don't see that. So yeah, this definitely is the true Yarichu. So let's deal with this wall. As we can see, it is very, very straight. All right. Very, very straight. And it has almost this right angle. It has almost this right angle. It doesn't show too good on these graphics, but the shadow shows that this is indeed almost a right angle, which does not form naturally. It will be very difficult, at least, to form naturally. We have some more right here. More structures in this area. All right, we see a whole bunch of parallel structures right in this area. They're all parallel. Okay. These are not as straight as the first one, but they are indeed in the same area. Now watch. On the other side, we see the same thing. Some right there. Right here. And the walls come all the way around. The city of Yarichu has some serious walls. There's a reason why Yah himself had to fight for us with the city. These were some large walls, as you can see. Very, very thick walls that we wouldn't be able to destroy ourselves. Yah had to destroy this for us. That's why the story of Jericho and Yah defeating it was such a big thing. So we see these parallel wall-like structures on both sides, right? They're parallel. But we don't see anything right here. All that's gone. You even got like a little small river in the middle. That's perfect. Have a whole city right there. That city would be thriving. They would not have to even leave. You had people who lived in the walls themselves. You had homes in the walls. That Rahab lived in the wall. So these were some thick, very, very thick walls. The city of Yarichu, something serious. I wish I was able to come and take better looks at these stone structures over here. Cause I'm starting to see more right angles. I'm starting to see more scattered and stacked stones in this area. See even more right here. See that? Another one. This is a straight line, too straight to be something just natural. You see what I'm saying? Very, very, very giant wall. Definitely built by large Canaanite people.